Yo, what's up, y'all? Ishmael Rodriguez here, and I'm gonna try to kind of go through what I do when I'm making sprites and using this cutout sprite technique to speed up the animation process of my player sprites and character sprites during game jams. I start out with a simple smiley face sprite here, just kind of showing my process as far as how I make a sprite. This is just for tutorial purposes. I'm just going through the basics of this. I've got 3 elements in my sprite. It's going to be the head / body and his hands and feet. And this would be perfect for a game jam. So now I'm importing the file, setting up all of the properties required, and I'm slicing up the sprite sheet. I've imported all these extra blue empty sprites so that I can just edit my sprite sheets in Photoshop rather than having to create a new sprite sheet for every character or element I'm going to add into the game later. And you can ignore this little section here, I'm just getting distracted by the size of the camera. Anyway, once I get that set up, I get all my sprites imported, I start creating the player game object, and I create a player game object and then a sprite holder to hold all my sprite elements. I'm bringing in the head, the hands, and the feet and giving them all their own game object and sprite renderer, and just moving each of them into the position they should be in. From here, I'm gonna click the sprite holder object and add a animator. And I'm gonna go into the animation window and create an animation, naming it player idle. Making sure I click the record button. And here I'm just making sure all of my sprite objects have a property in the animator for their position. So now I have all my body parts with their own keyframe in the animator, and I'm going to copy and paste these a couple times. One at the end is going to be the same as the one in the beginning, and the one in the middle I'm going to change so that the player bobs when he's standing still. Super simple idle animation. Gonna repeat some of these steps. I'm gonna start a new player run animation. And what I'm actually gonna do here is copy the frames from the idle animation, the first keyframe, and just work off those so that I have each of those body parts already in the animator. So this next part's gonna look a little messy because I'm pasting some keyframes in here that I'm really not gonna be using for this animation. So I like to think of run animation in terms of where the feet are going to be for each frame. This first frame is gonna have his right foot in front, his left foot in back. The second frame will bring each of the limbs into the middle of the body on their way to swinging into the opposite side. And I'm going to make the body bob up and down with each step. This third keyframe will have the feet and the arms switch their position. So the left foot is going to be in front now, and the right foot's going to be in back, and the arms are going to be swinging around the body. I'm going to copy a couple of these keyframes into the sequence, and this is kind of how it plays out. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So the first one is his right foot forward, 2 is the feet underneath, 3 is the left foot forward, and then we're going back to frame 1 and looping back around. It's moving a little slow for a run animation, so we're going to squeeze these frames down and get them to move a little bit faster. So yeah, that's basically it. That's a run animation. And you can see how powerful this technique or this method can be when utilized for a game jam. I can just make these 3 quick sprites and then have all my player animations done in the Unity engine rather than animating everything, all these pixel sprites frame by frame. It's a huge time saver and gives a really great effect and gives you a lot of power over the animation process as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Again, this is Ishmael Rodriguez. You can follow me on Twitter, follow me on itch.io, like and subscribe, or not. I'm a better game dev than I am a YouTuber. but maybe I'll get better at it over time. We'll see how it goes. All right, thank you, bye.